worth it.
Will the Eagles draft a quarterback in day 2 or 3? Or none at all?
I think they're going to draft a quarterback. Probably, I'll say day 2.
Woo!
Yeah, and of course
that's second and third round.
He's got to be there. He's got to be there. And you know what? When I think about some of the other needs, they probably won't do that. It'll probably be later.
Day 3.
It'll probably be day 3. Because they have some other needs that really need to be taken care of, like I really think they're going to get a tight end, because they want to change kind of the way they're running this offense. So they're going to get a tight end, but initially they're going to get an offensive lineman. That first pick is going to be one of those tackles, I think, or they get the kid, the guard from Penn State. They're going to get offensive lineman, and then after that they're going to draft a defensive lineman because this is the way that they think. They're going to address the lines first. After that, like I said about the tight end and things, and they'll address some of the other positions. But later on, they don't have they don't have the time and with the situation they're in, they're not going to be drafting.
Could you see them drafting a wide receiver in day 2 or 3?
Now, I could see that. Yes, I could see that. Depending on this whole thing with AJ and everything, I could definitely see them drafting a wide receiver. Let's say in in day 2. Because I think that if they get the right offer, they will maybe they'll say see you to AJ. If they
all
get
right,
the right
JAKIB, final one here. Me and you are both Connecticut guys. UConn, Michigan tonight. National championship game. You and I,
Woo!
we love the Connecticut guys, man. Dan Hurley's in there, but that Michigan team,
I know
they beat the brakes off Arizona, didn't they?
I couldn't go against. I think Michigan. I'd like to see UConn winning, but I'd go with Michigan. I think they're going to win it. They look good, man. Woo! Hey, but what about the women, man? God,
yeah, UCLA.
I know. Woo!
How about Gino Auriemma and Dawn Staley going after one another? You see that?
Now I understand Gino was mad. I mean, because they got beat.
No, they got worked.
They got worked. They got worked. That's a proper way to do it. And so he was mad. I understand that. But you can't blow up and start whining and stuff about, you didn't come over to see me to give me a handshake before the game. Man, later for that. You guys got dogged.
They did.
And that was what was bothering them. And they were rushing their shots too. You could see where they weren't setting their feet.
Yep.
And the shooting was horrible. Normally they're great shooters, but Gino, man, you can't be crying like that. I could see where they could do some commercials and just kill him, man.
Oh my God, that would be
like a little baby,
Hey, those two doing commercials. Hey, you probably were really excited about UCLA winning, weren't you?
No, I was not. Well, I tell you what, that's what was shocking that's the first time.
I can't believe that.
That's the first time they're women. But I tell you what, USC, now that's one place when it comes to basketball. The SC has had some great women's teams, and I know they won about 5, 6, or 7.
Didn't Reggie Miller's
that's right. His sister
he played there at USC.
Yeah, they had some great teams. I mean, USC had some great women's teams.
Yep.
So I was surprised that UCLA had never won any. The women had never won anyone. But
did you ever go to Pauley? Did you ever watch it? Did you ever watch UCLA USC games at Pauley?
Well, as a kid, I grew up looking at UCLA. Come on, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and all.
Right.
So I definitely, man, that's one of the things I wanted to do was to go over there to see UCLA, the basketball, because it was USC football, UCLA basketball.
Were you there when Walton? When you were playing? Was it Walton or was it Kareem?
No,
or was it Marcus Johnson? Marcus Johnson?
Yeah, it was Marcus Johnson. Yeah, Marcus Johnson. He was over there. Yeah.
So you were there for the last one for Wooden.
Yep.
Like when he was, and when you were in town and you guys were winning all them championships in football, UCLA was winding down the Wooden era, right?
That's right. That's it. Wow. That's what it was. Yep.
What a time in Los Angeles.
Yeah, those. I tell you, boy, they really had some great teams in both of those sports. I mean,
dude, UCLA was good back then too.
I
Like,
know.
did you play against Dick Vermeil when Vermeil was the head coach
Yeah.
at UCLA?
Yes, I did. Yes. Yeah. Because they beat us once. Yeah, they beat us.
Really?
Yeah, they did. They
Oh,
beat
you
us
had
once,
to be 3-1 against them guys.
Yeah. Well, come on. We had to beat up on UCLA, man.
So let me get this
And
right.
then we go over there and talk to them about it.
Wait a second. So you played in the Rose Bowl and in the Coliseum when you played against Southern Cal, or when Southern Cal played UCLA.
That's right.
That was, and those places were packed. They're not packed anymore like they were back.
Right. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Man, what a great era. What a great era of sports, and what a great era of football, too.
Mm-hmm.
My friend, thank you so much, JAKIB. I appreciate you very much.
Hey, have a good one.
You got it. Gary Cobb, Fox 29. Let me get Marshall here. Don't get mad, Sills. That coaching staff was stupid. That's why they are fired. Now, sorry to me. For what? Nick Sirianni's 50 and... Hey, wait a minute. If your boy's 50-18, Nick Sirianni's 50-18. Go hand in hand, don't they? Oh, let me guess. It's more about Jalen and his inabilities to be able to throw the freaking football. That died. Hey, you guys dance around the number one thing every single week, and it's so wonderful. They're changing everything because the quarterback stinks. Cheryl Miller was incredible. She really was. Cheryl Miller was incredible as a player. Absolutely true. Come on, Big Marsh. Big Marsh don't want to admit it. Hey, Nick with that same stupid coaching staff is 50-18 also. Let me get it. He don't get any love either, right? He don't get any either. Yeah, Jerry Robinson was on that UCLA team that ended up getting drafted by the Eagles. He was a hell of a player. Remember the big O Oscar Robertson? Dr. J? Well, Oscar Robertson, when he was with the Cincinnati Royals, then he got moved to Milwaukee. Remember, Jabbar never won anything in Milwaukee until they got Oscar. And then when they moved Jabbar to Los Angeles, he didn't win shit until Magic showed up. So he needed a point guard. And he needed a guy to move the chains for him, so to speak. JAKIB's always great, man. Yes, sir. I told you guys, when I grew up, Gary Cobb, when I was a little tiny kid, and Gary Cobb was playing at Stanford High School, I thought I was going to go to Stanford High School, but I ended up going to Catholic High. And Gary Cobb, his brother Ernie, I told you guys, you know who Ernie Cobb is, right? Ernie Cobb was on the BC points shaving scandal. He was the point guard on that team. And Ernie Cobb in Stanford was the all-time leading scorer in the state of Connecticut. I think him or Calvin Murphy was the all-time leading scorer. I can't remember. May have been Calvin Murphy. Calvin Murphy was a little bit before my time. He went to, I think, Norwalk. Either Norwalk or Brian McMahon. And Calvin Murphy, Hall of Fame basketball player, played in the same conference I did. He was a little older than me. Little older. But Ernie Cobb, he went to Niagara. That's right. But when Ernie Cobb was in high school, he played in the FCIAC where I played. And he played in either Norwalk. Where did Calvin Murphy play? I got to get that right. It's driving me crazy. Where did Calvin Murphy play? Calvin Murphy, what high school? He played on them Houston Rockets teams. Man, I love Calvin. Yeah, he's from Norwalk. Let's see here. What high school did he play? He went to Norwalk High. Yeah. He played at Niagara. He's a second rounder. And now he's a basketball Hall of Famer. Made the Parade All-American team. Yeah, he's way older than me. He came out in 1966 in high school. Was an All-American in college in 68. I know Calvin Murphy very well. Played with Elvin Hayes back in the day. Dude, he was a great player, man. Okay? He was a great basketball player. Oh, absolutely. He's got records till this day. Scored like 73 points, 80 points. Yeah, it was like, and then Ernie Cobb, Gary's brother, honest to God, was on that point shaving scandal Boston College team. He was on that BC point scandal. Now he's a coach in Arizona. He coaches out of high school. And he's a teacher in high school. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Paul, how come they're changing everything? Hey, wait, no, not Pump. Hey, Marsh, why they changing everything? A winning coach and a winning quarterback. Why are they changing everything? It's kind of perplexing. Why are they changing? What's the problem? What's going on? How come the Eagles are changing up their entire coaching staff on offense? You guys won a lot. Your benchmark's 11 wins. Because, well, wait a minute. Is this predictable? Mike Tyson's going to take his right hand, or Joe Frazier is going to take his right hand, and he's going to throw hooks. Is that not predictable? It could be as predictable as ever. If you can't stop it, it don't matter if it's predictable. Okay? I mean, if you can't stop predictability if it's winning. It's a good take. Eventually, Tyson got knocked out. Okay? Maybe that's what made Ali so great, was the fact that he was unpredictable in the ring. He'd go rope-a-dope. He could jab with you. He could go power with you. You never really knew what Ali was going to do in the ring. As a matter of fact, that's a great take, because George Foreman was all power and a great jab. Ali was all of it. Great jab, power, could dance, could take a hit. Maybe that's what made him so great during his era, was that he was multiple. He could take punches. He could jab. He could power punch. It's probably what made him the legend he was. Yeah. Remember watching Smoking Joe work out for 25 cents at the Cloverleaf Gym. I'll tell you what, Charlie, I had a chance to interview him when he was in Vegas with Muhammad. It was him and it was Ken. I played football. I got a great picture of me and Ken Norton Jr. And I played football in Dallas with Ken Norton Jr. And I don't know where Ken's a linebacker coach now. And his pop came into like Vegas. I can't remember. Me and Crawford Kerr were there, and Ken Norton Jr. met us. His pop was in Vegas. They had some big event where they were getting all the heavyweights together. They had Larry Holmes and Ali and Senior. And I remember I went with, and I met and saw Ken Jr. there. His dad popped in. It was always great to see his dad. His dad was a great heavyweight. And he talked about Ernie Shavers and all. Just a really great dude, man. Absolutely. Just a really great, tremendous. Jim McMahon won a Super Bowl, went 60-30, and was 6-4 in the playoffs. Jalen Hurts. Absolutely. You don't have to be exceptional at that position to win a Super Bowl. You just don't. How does Buffalo expect to win the draft? How does Buffalo expect to win drafting a guy from Wyoming? What does Wyoming play? Northern Idaho State, the Fighting Whiteys. Well, Patrick Mahomes played at Texas Tech. He had a losing record there. They didn't win shit there, and they got destroyed in the Big 12. So you're not going to draft Patrick Mahomes because he went to Texas Tech? Can you name me another guy? I can. As a matter of fact, I posted a picture of me sacking Billy Joe Tolliver. That's the last quarterback I can remember coming out of Texas Tech, not named Patrick Mahomes, was Billy Joe Tolliver. I sacked that guy. I hurt that guy, actually. Seals, if they are going into a rebuild, it would be easier with an established quarterback. Are they changing to see if Hurts is the long-term solution? Probably. I would say a little bit of that. Oh, that's one of my favorite names. Cassius Marcellus Clay. Dude, that's like Abdul-Jabbar, Lou Alcindor. I think Lou Alcindor is cooler than Kareem. And I think Cassius Marcellus Clay is a cool name too. Imagine that. Ali's real name is Cassius Marcellus Clay. I don't even know a dude named Cassius. And Jabbar's name was Lou Alcindor. I don't care if you run the same pass every play and every time for the whole half. To go the whole half without one completion twice and many other games with few completions, something's wrong with the quarterback. Man, yes. Something's wrong with the quarterback, you think? Hey, by the way, Jerry, that's great. Can you imagine Josh Allen not completing a pass for an entire half? I mean, hey, dude, I get it if you're playing Army versus Navy and you're in a game like that where nobody throws the football but 7 times. Okay? But if you're in an NFL game and you have no completions with 2 dudes that make $50 million, there's clearly a problem. It's ridiculous. You complain that the offense is inept. Then they change the offense, and you're complaining that they changed the offense. You can't win with you. Okay. Yeah, because you didn't change the right thing that had to be changed, the quarterback. I don't give a shit if you change the offensive coordinator, offensive line coach, the passing game coordinator. If you got the same guy doing it, Jalen Hurts can't be fixed. That's the topic. You think Jalen can be fixed? Come on, Marsh. You think Jalen can be fixed? I don't. We're year 7. We're year 7. This is year 7. You're not fixing this. Only if Allen is carted off the field on the first play of the half. Steels, how come you could go and pick a dude from a small-time school in the first round? Now everyone goes to power schools. College game and nil changed everything. Yes. Here, and thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I'm going to show you guys something. Okay? Here. I'm going to show you guys this. 2025 NFL Draft. 2025 NFL Draft. Okay, here's the draft. Let's see. First round. Let's see here. I want to double check. Gary Zabel, North Dakota State. One guy in 2025. Now watch this. 2024. So that's 32. Here is 2024. How many guys from non-power fives?